Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the JIGS TV Go News. As always, we are starting with international title matches, and this time there was the final of the Wu Qingyuan Cup. Wu Qingyuan, I'm not sure if all the viewers know, it is the birth name of Go Seigen, because Go Seigen was Chinese, then he went to Japan and he took the name of Go Seigen. And Wu Qingyuan Cup is a tournament, international tournament for female players. It is the third edition, and two previous times it was won by Korean players. Last time it was Chejong, the highest rated female. And this time, maybe you remember from one of the previous shows, Chejong lost in her first game to Ueno Asami from Japan, but then Ueno lost to a Chinese player, and there was the Chinese final. There are also European players taking part in this tournament. This year it was Dina Bordakova and Ariane Ugier. And who is the lady who won? The young lady is Zhou Hongyu. She's 18, and a few weeks ago she won Chinese Female Mingren. So it is her year. Here she beat Yu Jiying in the final game. In the last game she killed a big group in her Moyo. So this was a nice game to watch. Another international event is the Pergo Championship. So each year it is being organized in Tokyo in the beginning of December, and this is International Pergo Championship. But this year, because of the pandemic, it was just for Japanese players. And still it was a very nice event. I think that in the pro section it was won by the pair of Shibano Toromaru and the younger sister of Ueno Asami, but I am not sure right now. Then a special event for Nongshim Cup Legends. What is this? You remember Nongshim Cup is this competition for the three biggest Go countries, South Korea, Japan, and China, and they decided to pay honor to the older players who played there some previous years, and in January they will meet and play like everyone against everyone except for the players from the same countries. On the left you can see Cho Kun-hyun and Li Chang-ho. In the middle the Chinese players Nie Wei-ping and Chang Hao, and on the right Kobayashi Koichi and Yoda Narimato from Japan. Asian news, national news. So first of all, the Oza title match finished, and the winner is Shibano Toramaru. He beat Kyoka again, so he defended the title. And 1 second, I want to show the game. So what was this game? This was a very difficult game with the groups chasing, and at one point White decides to attack Black, and then this Ko appears. Before starting the Ko, White created a few Ko threats, then started the Ko, won the Ko, but then there was another Ko, not easy, and after some time White the Ko was being played. At one point White defended the Ko, and what did it mean? It meant that the group of Black, the big group of Black on the right, was under attack, was in a big trouble, but Black didn't want to just make life with it. Black Tenuki, and White tries to kill. So then it might have looked like it's pretty dangerous for Black, but this group still dies only in Ko, and Black made use of this fact. After some time, the Ko is being started, and White still needs to give Black some threats, like let Black utilize the threats on the other parts of the board, captures the group, and then after a few moves resigned. Wait, no. It was not a resignation. I am sorry, I forgot. This was a half-point game. in the end, Black won this game, despite even though he lost this big group, he won the game by half a point. It's really amazing. This is just the top level that the players can have such big swaps, and then it's still a half pointer. All right, and then another title match is Tengen. There Ichiriki Ryo is playing Yamayuta, and Ichiriki Ryo managed to get back, like to make a tie. This is best of 5, so now the result is 2-2. And this game, I think the most interesting point was when White, which is Ichiriki, invaded in Black's framework, and then Black tries to attack, but White creates this comp and captures a group on the upper right. And later, even though White died on the left, still he managed to use somehow these dead stones. In the end, Ichiriki captured these 3 stones, and it was enough apparently. And Iyama resigned. The final game of this Tengen title match will be played next Wednesday. Okay, and then a Female Kisei challenger deciding match, Ueno Asami versus Fujisawa Rina. We already saw some title matches played by these 2 ladies, but now they were not in the title match because the title is being held by Suzuki Ayumi, and here they were fighting for the right to fight versus Suzuki. And in this game, it seems like the players didn't agree a few times. Here, when Asami tries to attack the group, and Fujisawa Rina says, "No, this is not that big," and plays on the top. And later, a similar thing happens when Asami already killed half of the central group. Now she attacks the second half, and Fujisawa Rina says, "Oh, but I can. You see, like this move, Q5, a Tenuki, then the center dies, but then how to kill the lower right? This is an essential Tsumego. Please know it by heart. Hane, and after Black, Hane's back. Vital point, but it was not enough to kill the corner. Apparently, the dead groups hunted in the center by Ueno Asami were bigger. So Ueno will play Suzuki Ayumi in January. It will be best of 3. Then news from China. There was a title match, Tianyuan. So Tianyuan is the equivalent of Japanese Tengen. You can hear that these words sound similar. It means center of heaven. So this whole tournament was played in January, but the final match alone was played last week. Yang Dingxin was the challenger, and he made it. And these games were very fierce. The first game starts with Black peeping and White playing this shoulder hit. Then another strange fight emerges here. I never saw this variation before. So White destroyed Black's corner, but after a few moves, another swap happens. White got something on the lower side, but he died. He died in the upper left corner. As if it was not enough, another swap is being prepared. White found this ko at one point, but then by winning this ko, he needed to give Black quite some profit on the top side of the board, and in the end, Black wins this game, right? Lin Xiao. But it was the only win of Lin Xiao. Already the second game was, it was much more difficult for Lin Xiao. Here he tried to no, young Dingxin is trying to create the center, and at one point he cuts the central stones. So white tries to live with the central stones, but at one point the group is there and is still in trouble, and black just connects here, and wow, it has just one eye. In the end it dies. In the end it was the game lost by time, but this group is dead, so of course white lost. And the third game also was a bit similar in this sense, that it finished with a dragon being slayed. So first of all, there was this very strange call, and none of the players really intended to win this call, to spend two moves on winning it. But at one point, Black decides, okay, now I will connect, I will make an eye for my big group. But then White attacks super fiercely, and you can see that this whole group dies. Amazing. Mm, then what else is there in China? Chinese League A resumed. I mean, there were 8 rounds played 3 months ago, and now the next rounds are starting. It is played in Chengdu. It is the capital of Sichuan province. You can see that the main sponsor of Chinese League A is Huawei on the photo, and here you can see Kedzie playing Yang Dingxin. Some of the games are played online because there are also players from abroad participating in the Chinese League A. News from Korea. Shin Jinseo won all his games against Park Junghwan. Do you remember the super match organized by Name Island? So it was 7 games and Shin Jinseo won 7-0. It's really incredible because Park Junghwan is the second highest rated player in Korea and the third highest rated player in the world after Shin Jinseo and Kedzie, and still he didn't manage to win a single game versus Shin Jinseo. Park Junghwan lost all. It doesn't mean that Park Junghwan is weak. It doesn't even mean that he is out of shape, because he is winning his games in the Korean Baduk League and also in the Chinese League A. And this week he won his game by slaying a huge group, because the Korean Baduk League, it is 1 round per week. So this week, next, like another interesting games were played, and maybe the highlight was the game of Chejong versus Lee Chang-ho. So Chejong is female top 1 in the world, and Lee Chang-ho is the legend of Korean Go. This time Lee Chang-ho played really well. He played a Moyo game, and it was a bit one-sided. So he won, and his team won because of that. Then the female Kisung. You remember that in the semi-finals there were two sisters, Kim Da-young and Kim Chae-young, and Kim Chae-young managed to beat Choi Ye-yeon, but her sister didn't manage to win. So Kim Chae-young will face Chae-young in the final. It will be best of 3 first game next Monday. And there was a pro exam in Korea right now. In Korea, there are 2 types of Yonguseng. Yonguseng is the equivalent of Japanese insei, so the student who is trying to become the professional. One residing in Seoul, like staying in Seoul and learning there in the school, and the other Yonguseng are outside of Seoul, and this was for this second type of Yonguseng. And 2 new guys, they are both 15 years old. They passed pro exam. News from Taiwan. So there was Taiwanese Mingren, this new competition, the first Taiwanese Mingren, the most prestigious tournament. And how was it? This is the old game. Sorry for showing that. Of course, it is not their game. So Lin Junyan managed to win the final 4-2, and this game started with this Moyo strategy of white, but black created a group, and it was not easy to attack it. At one point, black is just continuing to collect points, and White cannot win this game by normal means right now. So White starts a very severe attack. When you see, wait, this move, you know that the player is really serious about killing the group. But Black somehow managed to find a way, and in the end, it becomes a cop. So the call was not enough for Xu Haohong, and Lin Junyan won. And then another title match in Taiwan is Guo Shou, the national player or the national champion. Um, it was um, it was the second game, and Xu Haohong strikes back in that game. He managed to win. It started with a very difficult fight already. You can see here, and then this fight finishes with Black capturing 2 stones, but White getting the influence to the center and center. And after some moves, Black just resigned. It is a very fast beginning of endgame. It's already an endgame, but White just has more. So Xu Haohong won. And wait, there is also the Chiwang final. It is Xu Haohong playing Wang Yuanjun. I think it was not played yet, the first game of that final. It will be played next week, but yeah, I am not sure. You can see that these Taiwanese games have their own flavor, so it's nice to follow them. News from the world. Um, in the US, there was the Virginia Open organized the 9th time this tournament, and this time it was played online on the Baduk Club website. 80 players participating in 6 divisions. So you remember that in Canada they also had it this way, that there are divisions according to the rating, and because of that, in each strength category you can become a winner of that category. Players were from 32 to 8 dan, and lots of kids participated, so a very nice event. In Europe, I think the highlight of this week is the start of the European Pro League Season 3. The previous 2 seasons were organized earlier this year, and this weekend, Ilya beat Pavel 2-0, and Tongi beat Artem also 2-0. This Pro League exists thanks to the crowdfunding, Patreon crowdfunding. So I hope that you can find the link on the Eurogofit website, or maybe we can paste it now in the chat. It's patreon.com/EPGL. And by the way, this is the Pro League, and another league, another team championship, European team championship will happen tomorrow. So there will be also many interesting games tomorrow on the PandaNet Go server. It's always on Tuesdays. And then national news. So first of all, Go Baron final played offline, real life games. If you haven't heard of Go Baron, it is a title similar to the Japanese titles. This time Andrzej Kruml was the challenger, and Lukasz Podpiera was the title holder, and he managed to hold the title. He won 3-0, but we will hear about it more from Lukasz himself in the interview we have with him today. Except for that, there is Czech Championship held online on OGS. It is a league round robin for 8 players. 2 games a week. Now there was a break because of the Go Baron, so still many games to come. French Championship, French Amateur Championship was played this weekend on OGS, and this one was a knockout system, and it was like, I think, a bit surprising, the results. Denis did a great job. He beat Thomas Debar in the final. So Denis Karadaban is the new French amateur champion. And also the third place, it was taken by Lin Junyan, the young player who managed to beat Benjamin Drehan earlier in the second round. So congratulations. Congratulations to the winners. Also, Swiss Go Championship was held this weekend on KGS. It was open for all residents of Switzerland, not necessarily of Swiss nationality. And Frederic Schlattner, maybe also a little upset for example, John Valve. He managed to win, but there were actually 4 players with 4 wins in the end, and the games were all, I mean, not all the games, but the games were commented live by Hwang In-sung, a very strong Korean player living in Switzerland. There was also the Belarussian Championship, also online, OGS, 13 players participating, but actually it was like 2 competitions in one. The Open Championship was won by Nikita Gerasiutin, and the youth category, it was won by Ilya Luferchik. This is about the national championship, and there was also the youth team championship under 12 in Russia this weekend. There were 4 teams: Moscow, Tatarstan, Moscow region, and Izhevsk. And Moscow team, here you can see them playing, they won. We will hear about it more from one of the players from the Moscow team, Alexei Igonin. And I think, wait, was he the second board or the first? There was also Yegor Wavrov playing, I think might have been the first board. Anyway, it's, I think, really incredible that this country can have a youth team championship under 12. I wish it to all European countries to have youth go on such a high level. The group stage of the European Women's Championship is about to finish, so 2 of the groups are already decided. In the first group, Elvina won all her games, and Natalia took the second place. And from the groups where not all the games are played yet, well, these games will be played tomorrow. And here, the last group, I don't know the result of Isabel versus Lova. This game was being played right now, so I didn't check the result yet. And there is still the preliminaries to the World Women Amateur Go Championship. But this preliminaries has just finished. The winners of the preliminaries are Mania Marc, Laura Avram, Mirta Medak, and Dina Burdakova. They will play in the finals against 8 other female players from all over the world. That's it about the news from the world, and let's move to the next section of our Go News interviews. First, we have interview with one of the young Russian players, Alexei Igonin.
Hello everybody, today I'm talking to Alexei Igonin. Probably you heard of him already because he is super strong and super young. Hello Alexei.
Hello Mania.
How are you?
I'm good.
You are good, that's fine. And where are you from, Alexei?
Russia.
You are from Russia. Which city?
Moscow.
Yeah, and how old are you?
11.
11 years old, yeah. And how strong are you?
2 dan.
You are 2 dan and 11 years old. Wow, how are you doing that? Tell me, when did you start to play Go?
7 years.
When you were 7 years. So you play 4 years and now you are 2 dan. Wow. So who is your teacher? So strong.
My teacher is Kirill Akinfeev and sometimes Young-san Kim.
That is great. And I heard that you just won this weekend the Moscow team tournament, right?
Yes.
And it's 3 players who play and 3 people win.
Yes.
Yes. And I heard also you had a Russian Youth Championship recently. And did you win?
I took third place.
Ah, you took 4th place. Are you sad about it or happy still?
I was a little sad.
You were a little sad, but 3rd place is still good place, no? And you can get much stronger. What is your aim in Go?
I want to be pro.
You want to be pro. Whoa, that is good aim. And I know you also have sister and brother, right? And they also play Go?
Yes. My brother is 4Q, my little sister is 28Q.
Oh, that's cute. I think she is 5 years and he is 8 years, right? So this is really, really, really cool. This is whole Go family. Did you know the family name is Igonin? And it's actually also a Japanese word. Igo is for Go and Nin is human. So it means actually this is the Go humans. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Manya.
Thank you, Alexei. Good luck in your Go career. And the next interview we have with the Go Baron, Łukasz Potera. So he might introduce a bit how the tournament works.
Hello, everybody. Today I'm talking again to Łukasz Potera. Hello, Łukasz.
Hello.
And first of all, congratulations, because you are the new Czech Go Baron, as I heard.
Thank you, but I wouldn't say it's new. I mean, it's for the 5th time already.
Yes, but it was just last weekend you managed to defend your title.
Yes,
and
that's
also
true.
In between it was also a little bit difficult because other people took the title from you, right?
Yeah, it happened before.
So it was Jan or also somebody else?
It was actually just Jan Hora took it away once from me in 2018, but I fortunately managed to regain it back last year.
Aha, so that means last year you were one of the challengers.
I was the challenger, yes.
How is your system? So how does it actually really work?
Basically, it works like that the sponsor and the organizer of the tournament, they are inviting the top Czech people until they will collect 12 people for the qualification. And basically, they are inviting one by one. Of course, there are some people who reject time to time, but on the other hand, there are some people who don't appear on tournaments very often or basically never, but they come for the Go Barons. So it happened that like this year, for example, one Fordan who didn't participate for like 15 years in the tournament came to play a Go Baron, and that actually happens almost every year that some kind of legendary player shows up, but usually just for the Go Baron. Never again.
And the legendary player managed to beat all others?
No, he actually.
Okay.
But I think he won one game.
Who challenged you?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Who challenged you?
This year my challenger was Ondřej Kruml. He's quite well known, and he's in my opinion one of the strongest 5-dans in Europe, I think, because he managed to beat so many strong players, including some professionals. So I'm wondering what is he doing as a 5-dan still. And it was actually his first time in the finals, so I knew he will be super motivated, I guess. So all of the 3 games were super hard, and usually I managed to decide them, let's say, in earlier stage of end game, so pretty late, let's say.
So it means you can even have 5 matches?
In theory, yes, but that happened exactly once in the history of the tournament, and that was the year when I lost the title, actually. That time I lost 2-3. But in the 9 years of history of this tournament, it happened just once. There was the 5th game needed, usually 3 or 4.
Cool. And I heard that actually you have also prize money for that.
Yeah, we have.
And can you talk about how much it is? Is it possible? Or
well, actually we are not playing directly for the money. We are playing for gold ounces, and usually let's say only the participants of the final match can get some gold ounces, and the winner gets 2 gold ounces and the loser gets 1 gold ounce. There are some smaller cash prizes also in the qualification for the unsuccessful ones, but those ones are, let's say, around like 1 or 200 euro if I would recount it to euros from Czech koruna. But 1 gold ounce is right now something like 1,600 euro, let's say.
Wow,
I would
that's
say
cool.
so. The loser of the match gets one, and I'm as a winner I got two.
Great. That's really wonderful.
And basically, we can,
So,
and I would like to say, we can also keep the gold ounces because of course, the rate of the gold is changing, right? It fluctuates all the time. So sometimes it's way lower, sometimes it's way higher. And basically, anytime we can contact the sponsor of the tournament that we want to exchange the gold ounce for the money when we need it.
cool. That is really nice.
Yeah.
So, again,
Thank
congratulations,
you.
and I hope you keep winning also the next titles. And with that, I would like to say goodbye to you for this time, and thank you very much. Bye
Yeah,
bye.
yeah, thanks for the interview. And yeah, I hope I will keep winning as well, but I'm not sure if Czech people like it. Maybe they feel like it's boring. Anyway, thanks for the
Let's
interview
see.
and
Thank
bye bye.
you.
Thank you, Lukasz, and congratulations for holding the title of Go Baron. Good luck in the next editions. And let's move to the Tsumego section of our news. These are the correct solutions of last week's problems. Were there any sneaky problems this time? I think the third one in the single digit queue. Well, not everyone found the most difficult variation, and then also look at the correct solution of the easy problem from the done section. Why is it the end? Black Satari at 5. White doesn't need to start this ko immediately. It is a mistake if you put this into a solution, because like this it's a center two-step ko for white, and if white starts the ko, it turns into the direct ko. It's sometimes a serious mistake in a game if you start a ko immediately. These are the new problems. Have fun with them. And advertisement again. The advertisements of the advertisement of the JIGS MAS training camp, which starts on the 19th of December, finishes at 3rd of January, and it is held online. You can choose which dates you want to study. It's like you don't, if you want only some part of this period, a few of the dates, just choose, and whenever a group of 4 people, right, is created, then we of 5 students is created, then we have the class registration until 15th of December. And every time I look at this advertisement, I also remember that we have this Christmas special. There are some hidden Christmas trees each week during the news, on the slides or somewhere, I don't know. I'm not sure if there were any today. Maybe there were. If you found them, then you can just send where you found them to the JIGS Go News email address, and you can do it after next shows, like after the 4 shows with the Christmas special are finished, or you can also submit after each show. It's also fine. Anyway, the prizes for finding the trees will be announced after, like, right before Christmas. There will be the last show with the trees, and after the Christmas the prizes will be announced. And Go Piece of the Week is jewels and ghost stones found in a tomb in Korea, in Gyeongju. I am not sure of Korean language, but I think this is the Gyeongju where I were on my first World Amateur Go Championship. Anyway, Gyeongju was the capital of the ancient kingdom of Silla, which existed from basically the first 1,000 years of our era. It started already before Christ. It was the Three Kingdoms era in Korea, and in a tomb there were found gilt bronze ornaments decorated with golden edged jewel beetles, and 200 pieces of black, gray, and white ghost stones. Actually, these are not stones. These are, I think, the jewel beetles or the ornaments. And what is interesting about this discovery is that it is presumed to be a tomb of a woman from a royal family. And before, one would find Go stones often, but only in the men tombs, and this is a woman tomb. So authorities said this is expected to give new interpretation and meaning to Baduk culture, because it means that back then also women played Go. Nice to know that for sure. Now women also play Go. We have many news about this. Any other news you would like to see next week or any other week? Any Go projects you are making, organizing? Just send information about them to news@go-jigs.eu. That's it for today. See you next Monday, as always, 8:30 Central European Time. Bye bye.